Right. How can you become a money magnet? All right. Money flows. Money flows easily when you know these tricks that I'm going to teach you today. Money's like there's so much money out there. All you need to do is become a magnet and attract it to you. And there are a few ways that people do this right, which I'm going to show you. And there are many ways which people are doing this wrong, which I'm also going to cover. The money is constantly flowing. There's always money changing hands, being like created. You just need to understand the steps that it takes to attract that money to you. The more wisdom we know, the more of wisdom we know, the more we may earn. That man who seeks to learn more of his craft shall be richly rewarded. Now, if you haven't read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, I highly recommend it. This quote it stands out just because you need to learn more about your craft, you need to become an expert, and you'll be rewarded for that. And I want to sort of talk a little bit about that, but also it's not just your craft as in your work, it is your craft as in achieving your higher self. When you learn more about that and when you seek to become that higher self, you are richly rewarded. Okay? So the first things first is, why don't people have a lot of money? Okay? One of the main things, and this is something that I suffered with for a long time, was spending it on the wrong things. I was spending it on stuff that just, once I spent it, it was gone. Whereas now I take a much more dialed in approach, or much more, not cautious, but intent intent. Like, there's way more intent behind my spending. All my spending needs to be aimed at making me more money. Okay. So when you think about it, if I was to buy like something from, I don't know, like a Prada bag or something for like 2K versus investing that 2K in a coach for something, okay, you're going to have a big opportunity cost there. And if you don't know what opportunity cost is the difference between choosing one outcome or choosing one decision versus choosing another. So let's say you have that 2K. The opportunity cost of buying the Prada bag versus the Mentor is huge. Okay, because the Prada bag, what you end up with a bag. But if that Mentor is going to take you to 20K a month, then you're essentially missing out on 20K a month. Plus, you've missed out on that 2K. All right, you're 2K down. You've just got a bag. So whenever you're coming to purchase decisions, think about the opportunity cost. Think about how you could other spend that money on something that will give you a return. Now, it's not just financial returns. For example, or if I put it into this stock or into this coin, like, that's an obvious financial return, but there are so many other ways, like better food. If you're eating better and you've got more energy and more focus, then you're going to work harder, and that will lead to making more money. If you're spending more money at a nicer gym, which is more expensive, but you're networking with people making a lot of money, that will bring you back more money. Obviously, mentors, you invest in someone and they help. Even fitness coaches, they're going to help you make more money, because when you're fitter, you're more confident, you've got more energy, you feel better, people are more likely to buy from someone in shape. Like, that's just how the way it is. Investing in your work environment, having a nice desk, having a monitor, having like a nice setup, so when you do sit down to work, you're not thinking, oh, maybe I'll just go to a coffee shop and work. Like, you're excited to sit down because you're like, this is my place. I've got a nice comfy chair. Everything's set up. I just have to turn it on and boom, I'm straight into work. Investing in your work environment is so important. Getting like nice headphones, so when you're on calls, all this, like, even stuff like, uh, this is a Remarkable tablet. It's called Remarkable. And it's just really good for taking notes. I use this all the time. It was like $250, but I use it a lot, or maybe 300. But courses, now courses, as long as you choose the right course from the right person, that's going to help you make more money. Finally, books, like, you need to be reading every day. This is just, you already know this. You should be reading every day. I bought like another 5 books yesterday that I'm going to work through. So yeah, each paycheck, every time money comes into your bank account, you don't think, oh, I'm going to go on holiday, or oh, I can finally get those shoes that I want. Like, let's say you get 2K coming to your account, yeah? You need to think, right, how can I leverage this 2K to make me more money? What are the next steps? Where do I need to actually invest this so that the next paycheck I get is 5K? Always think about this. A lot of people don't have a lot of money because they're in a scarcity mindset. They are scared of spending it on the right things, okay? And I used to be like this. I was like, why don't I just get the cheapest food and go to the cheapest gym, which was like $20 a month, and I don't need to. I'll just have my laptop, okay, like all that sort of stuff. Or I don't need courses. I could just learn it by myself on YouTube. It's not about that. It's about that trust in yourself that whenever you spend that money, you trust yourself to earn that back, okay, and that's such a big thing. And we'll get onto this soon. But you need to have that trust in yourself that this money will come back. Because if you don't, then you're literally just living in this cycle of scarcity mindset. And until you actually invest in yourself and put the work in, you're not going to break out of that. You're always going to be stuck eating the shit food, being out of shape, not having any money, living paycheck to paycheck. So the best thing you can do to get out of that scarcity mindset is start investing in yourself. You don't have to drop 10K on a mentor or a mastermind. Just spend a bit more money each week on nicer quality food. So when you spend that, you're building your self image. You're like, no, I'm fucking worthy of better than the Tesco value baked beans every meal. I'm worthy of actually eating nice food. And that's just a mindset thing. It's like, yeah, no, I should go to a nicer gym. I deserve that, okay? Because more likely than not, you have more available cash than you think. Because if you look back at the last month's spending, I guarantee that there's so much money that you will have just bought on just useless shit. I do it too sometimes. I'm getting better at it. But there's so much money when you actually look back at your past 3 months of your bank statement. Look at where you spent your money. Did you buy a hoodie that you haven't even worn yet? Did you just go for a night out and drop 300 quid? Like, look at all this stuff, then think about that opportunity cost. If I didn't go on that night out, I saved that 300 quid. That's like 3 weeks of eating a higher level of food. Like, it could be organic, more steaks, pasture raised eggs, like sparkling water, or like bottled water instead of tap. Always think about this. You shouldn't you shouldn't be in that scarcity mindset. A lot of people think, and again, I thought this as well. A lot of people think, oh well, I'll just get that abundance mindset once I've already got the money. All the way around, guys. You have to get that abundant mindset and start investing in yourself. Then you become that money magnet, okay? And then you're not valuable. And we're going to get onto this in the next slide. Like, I'm not saying this to be mean, but you're not valuable. So, becoming valuable, the market doesn't give a fuck. If you're doing monk mode or if you finally stop wanking 6 times a day, doesn't care if you're trying hard or if you tell yourself that or what you've sacrificed, the market doesn't give a shit. Okay. The market only cares if you have value to offer it. Okay. That's just it. You could say, oh, but I'm doing X, Y, and Z every day. Cool. But if you haven't actually got legitimate value to offer the market, then you're not going to be valuable. You're not going to attract any money. It doesn't matter if you're reading a book a week if you're not actually gaining any value by implementing what those books are teaching you. So many people are wasting time thinking that they're becoming valuable by doing these things that don't actually add any inherent value to them or to the market. Okay. So what you can do is build up your online audience. Now we live in an attention economy. Okay. Attention is the currency. If you have a lot of eyes on you, then you will make a lot of money. That's just it. If you want to become a money magnet, get a big fucking audience, okay? Because you can get sponsorships, you can release courses, products, whatever it is, it's super easy when you have a large audience, okay? So you should be focusing on building this by posting daily YouTube videos, daily reels, active on stories, showing up daily. Like, that's just a necessity, really. Learn high value skills, marketing, human psychology. That's not really a skill, but it's very important to know. Sales, AI, um, mindset, like, and all this sort of stuff, like the high value skills that you know are just going to help you make more money. Learn them. Like, dedicate at least an hour a day to learning these skills. Get results for other people. As soon as you start helping others, and you don't need to charge them yet, you can just do it in conversations, give people advice on your stories. When you get that authority, you just start attracting more money. Like, sponsorships come your way. When you've helped people get into shape, people will start asking, oh, how much for you to get me into shape? That's just how it is. You build that credibility by getting results for other people. And building your network. Like, your network is your net worth. Obviously, if you're surrounded by millionaires, you have a lot of value because there's a reason you're surrounded by them. So you need to start hanging out with high level people. And again, it comes back down to investing in yourself. If you've invested in a network, you trust yourself to level up by being around those guys. If you've invested in going to a nicer gym and you're speaking to all the guys driving the Ferraris and the Aston Martins, like, that is your network improving. So always need to do this. Always need to be improving your network in any way that you can. And from what I've seen, the best way to do this is to invest. You've got to invest. You've got to find the money to either buy into a network or just level up your own lifestyle so that you get into these circles. Whatever it is, it's just like, it makes life so much easier. Because when you think about it, in these networks, they're all millionaires. They're all making cash. All right. I've seen this. I know this because I run a network. Okay. There's a lot of money moving about in there constantly. So getting your way into this, you're just surrounded by that money. Okay. And it flows to you. So think about that. Positive mental attitude. Right. If I was to go into a shop, or let's say there were two shops side by side on the high street, both selling steaks. It's a butcher's, okay? One guy, I look in, and he's got a sad looking face. I can hear him talking to other customers. He's just complaining. He said how, oh, the price of meat's this, the world's hard, everything's against me, the economy. Oh, I don't know where things are going to work out. We might have to shut down. I've seen that in this window. Then I look to the one next to him. The guy's smiling. He's laughing with his customers. He's seeing this as an opportunity. He's helping people. He's giving advice on what people should get for their Sunday dinner, for their Sunday roast. He's seeking to help, and he just loves his work. Who do you think I'm going to buy from? Okay? You need to have this exact positive mental attitude in your own life. You can never be thinking the world's against you. You can never have this victim mentality, because no one wants to buy from someone, or no one wants to do business with someone who is in that state of mind. Okay? Your positive mental attitude is not just about helping you, making you feel better. It's about attracting the perfect client. Okay? This is something that's so important. If I have someone in, like, I get people in my DMs every single day trying to sell me stuff. And I sometimes get people get really arsy because I don't reply. And they're like, oh, you fucking whatever, you know? It's like, bro, sort your fucking life out. Okay? That's all it is. Sort your mind out. And then I'd be much more likely to do business with you if you just have some positive energy about you. Positive energy is infectious. Okay? If this person over here is positive, I want to go hang out with them. If they give me that energy, boom, I'm going to go see them. Okay? So you need that. And I've got other videos. Go check out my other videos about getting that positive mental attitude. Invest in yourself. Now, like I said on the last slide, you need to become the customer that you wish you had right in front of you. Now, do you Do they beg for refunds? Do they like, oh, come on, give us a fucking discount? Are they rude? Are they scared to spend a penny? Are they like, oh, I don't know if I can, it's a lot of money, when it's actually just a £3 meal deal? All right. Or do you want customers who see the value in the market and what you offer and they spend with you because they not only like your brand, they like you as a person? You've got to have that same attitude. Your vibe is your tribe. Okay? Your vibe is your tribe. The vibe that you give out is the people that you attract. So if you're rude, you're in a scarcity mindset, then that's who you're going to attract. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to fucking work with those people. I want to work with positive people, people in an abundance mindset, who love their life, who love opportunity, who work hard, are ambitious, kind, generous. Like, that's who I want to work with. So that's what I embody every single day. You need to understand this, because if you're in this victim mindset, that's just what you're going to fucking attract. And then it just spirals from there. You've got to make the change. You can't wait for a 10K paycheck to come in before you start thinking this. You've got to think this first, and then the money comes, okay? You need to invest in yourself. When I see people with mentors, or when I see who people are working with, I know that they're invested in themselves. And I know that, again, it comes back to my ideal customers. Would I want my customers to not even value themselves enough to invest in them? No. So I don't. I have mentors, okay? So I want the people who work with me to be in that same mindset of like, I want to improve. I'm happy investing in myself and my future. Let's do it. I trust myself to make this money back. That is so important, okay? You need to invest in yourself. And taking action, all right? This is what maybe like 4 out of 5 people in my DM struggle with. Men of action are favored by the goddess of good luck, okay? And so many people think that they need to have a super clear idea of what they're working on. They need to know all the steps. They need to see the exact path to their destination before they walk it. Never the case. Never, never, never the case. Things always change. You've got to start walking down that path for it to be lit up. You can't just wait. The action always comes first. The clarity will follow. And yeah, you will take steps, you will stumble, you will fall, but eventually you will find your feet and make your way forward. You don't just sit waiting for money and then think, oh, cool, now I know what to do. You've got to do the action. You've got to walk down the dark path and trust yourself. Trust that it will, like, you will get that clarity as time goes on, because you do. All you have to do is you have to be like Indiana Jones and just take that leap of faith and just trust that that invisible bridge is going to be there, because it is in this world. When you're trying to make money, it is always there. As long as you have that trust in yourself, as long as you do the work, then the money will come. That's all it is. Okay. So again, I hope you've liked this video. I've got some more over the next couple of days that are going to be bangers. But if you have any ideas about or anything you're struggling with, drop me a message on Instagram. The link will be below. And I'll see you tomorrow.